a principle that seems to be so true to Atlanta, which is this idea of collaboration.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
very
we
much.
we hear over and over again about how one thing that makes Atlanta really different is that it is a very collaborative city. And I hear a lot of that in what you're talking about.
And that's really so much of the huge part of what we do here at Metro Atlanta Chamber in general, even beyond what we're doing, our entrepreneurs, whether it's Atlanta Growth Collective or trying to convene or through ATL Unlocked, and really partnering with them too. And it's really intentional for us to be that, look, this is your forum, right? We are not going to even pretend to be the expert. We want to really convene the experts to help each other. But we see this also, on the corporate side. We regularly convene CEOs of some of the largest companies in the world together to really talk about Atlanta and where do we want to go, what's important, and this is what makes Atlanta Atlanta, and why when people say, hey, what does Atlanta want to be? Well, we want to be the best Atlanta, and define what
Hmm.
we want, set our own path. We're not trying to copy anybody, because this collaboration, this convening is absolutely an X factor that when people from outside the metro come in, they say they don't see it anywhere. And so we want to
Yeah.
make sure that definitely happens also within the entrepreneurial community.
Yeah. I think that's awesome. That's so exciting. And so let's talk a little bit about some of the things that bring people here.
Yeah.
We've been really fortunate over really the past year in particular, it seems that Atlanta continues to show up on these rankings, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's the world's most livable cities ranking or, Inc. rankings. You mentioned the Inc. 5,000. I mean, I'm excited to say we had 11 portfolio companies, on that
Yeah.
list, and most of them are here. So, whether that's a company-based list or a city and region-based list, Atlanta's doing well. In order to continue that momentum,
Right.
what are some of the pillars that you see as most important for, founders who are thinking about building here to
Yeah.
be aware of and thoughtful about?
Well, look, the way I view it is really at the foundation of all that is about talent and people, right? And we're
Mm-hmm.
really so fortunate here in Atlanta that it's an incredible diversity of talent in every way possible. Obviously, race, ethnicity, background, but where you're from, being from Atlanta, being from someplace else. And I think that foundation, the reason why we're on those lists is frankly the reason why we built a brand just recently called Atlanta Where You Belong, to really tell our story and really attract and retain talent here in Metro Atlanta and all aspects of our 29 counties that we have here. So I think it comes back to this aspect of as founders build here, and also as companies come here. Really, the reason why talent comes here, though, is about those incredible jobs and dreams that they're able to fulfill here. Whether it's working at some of the biggest companies in the world, like Coca-Cola, or whether it's working at a startup, all those opportunities are here. It's also a place that could provide customizable lifestyles for people, right? So you could decide to have your complete city experience living in Midtown, or live in a suburban urban area like in downtown Alpharetta or down in Trilith, or you could live at a horse farm. I mean, literally, that's all available. But there's always a place you could connect, and there's always a community for you. And what's unique, I think, here in Atlanta as well, compared to other metros or of this size, is there is absolutely an entrepreneurial founder community that wants to connect. This goes back to that whole ATL Unlocked community we want to do. So if there's a founder that wants to come here, there's a founder community for them to plug into. If you want to be, the best UX designer, there's a ton of UX designers where they're working for a startup or working for Delta. So there's so much opportunity, and this is where, as we continue to build our talent brand to tell that story, a lot of it is really not about making that, there's one size fits all for Atlanta. There's Atlanta for everyone. This is why we'd say it's all about belonging. We'll continue to do that for sure.